Something interesting happened on one of my LinkedIn posts yesterday. Someone commented something I actually agree with. They said most firms don't even have the internal capacity to run AI systems, even if they installed them. And they're kind of right. Because right now, a lot of law firms are buying AI tools the same way they're used to buying marketing services. They're installing the technology, but no one inside the firm actually knows how to operate it. So the ROI never shows up. So in this video, I'm going to break down why most firms fail at AI implementation, and more importantly, how to actually get ROI within the first 6 months. Right now, most firms operate in one or two models. Model one, they hire an agency and they pay $8,000 to $10,000 and sometimes $20,000 a month for content, marketing campaigns, social media, and video productions. But the problem is you don't own the infrastructure. You're just renting the output. If the agency disappears tomorrow, the system disappears with them. Model number two, they buy software, they install AI tools, automation platforms, content tools, but then the internal team doesn't know how to run them. So the tools just sit there unused. Sounds familiar? The problem is not the technology. The problem is the infrastructure. See, the thing is, marketing used to be a service you outsource. But in 2026, marketing is becoming an internal operating system. Think about it like this: your firm wouldn't rent its accounting department from an outsourced company forever. You wouldn't rent your legal research capability because those are meant to be internal capabilities. And marketing is moving in the exact same direction. So the firms that win in the next decade are the firms that own their own marketing engine internally. And historically, when firms wanted to scale their marketing, they solved it in the same way they solved everything else. They just hired more people: a videographer, a social media manager, a marketing director, a copywriter, and suddenly you have a 4 to 5 person marketing department. But then payroll becomes massive and management complexity increases. And ironically, the output is still slow. One video might take 3 weeks to produce, one campaign takes a month. In 2026, that's just too slow. This is where AI infrastructure changes everything. Instead of hiring a 5 person marketing team, you install the systems that allow one trained operator to produce the output of an entire marketing department. We're talking premium video production, podcast content, daily social media, campaign deployment, lead generation funnels, analytics, and optimization, all built into a repeatable workflow. Now the firm owns the system. They own their data. They own their production capacity. And they're no longer dependent on external agencies to operate their marketing. And this brings us right back to the comment from LinkedIn. The person said, firms don't have the internal capacity to run these systems, which is true if you just install the infrastructure and walk away. That is exactly why the infrastructure model has to include operator training and internal SOPs because technology alone doesn't create ROI, but a trained operator running a structured system does. So the firms that actually see results are the ones that treat this like installing a new internal department, not just outsourcing or buying another marketing tool. This is exactly what we do at Favor Studio. We don't operate like a traditional marketing agency. We install the internal AI marketing infrastructure for firms. That includes the systems, the workflows, the automation, and the internal operator trainings. So that way, the firm ends up with an engine that continues producing output long after installation, which is why firms typically see 80% reduction in production costs, 10 times faster campaign deployments, and the ability to scale output without scaling payroll. So, if your firm is currently spending six figures a year on agencies, freelancers, or slow production cycles, it might make more sense to own the system instead. So, if you're curious what this system would look like inside your firm, we offer private infrastructure audits. There's a link in the description where you can apply. My team reviews every application, and we only take on a small number of firms per quarter. So if you're serious about modernizing your marketing operations, you can apply there. And I'll see you in the next one.